this is a brief introduction of a new technology I'm working on. I call it SDArLo rig converter. This is just a brief introduction, not a full kind of total introduction, kind of. No, it's a brief introduction. So SDArLo rig converter is what it's doing. It's just taking any kind of rig and converting it into an editable one. Okay, it doesn't matter what kind of complexity it have. It just taking whatever it's in front of it and converting it into an editable one. So it's supporting any kind of rig. Any kind of rig can be converted. Well, one of the main simplest kind of goal for getting kind of an editable rig is to be able to relocate its node locations. For example, character's shoulder, elbow, hands, kind of to fit into a different character, different size of character from what it was from the beginning, to not redo all the job. So someone might say there is a lot of kind of plugins to do this kind of work. Kind of, for example, advanced. What was they call one for Maya? Advanced skeleton. Yes, I remember advanced skeleton. Or there is one for 3ds Max. I remember. I'm not able. I can't remember right now what was called for the one for 3ds Max. But the problem of this character is, if you would like, well, they are kind of useful, an applicable approach for auto-rigging character, but the main problem for this rig is they're kind of, first of all, you can't edit them. So if you want to custom fit the existing kind of system based on which these advanced skeleton or any kind of system, bipedal, quadruped system, rig systems are, if you want to custom alter their mechanism, rig mechanism, you can't do that. All you can do is all edits available edits are the ones which that system designer, creator do put into their system to be able to modify by the user. And that approach is not productive. It's not professionally fit for professional production. What professional production is custom edit, alter existing rig, dive into the rig mechanism and alter it to custom fit for a targeted character. And here is I write down that one, altering rig design to fit the needs for a targeted character. There is no limitation. There is no limitation for altering design mechanism. So there is no limitation. You can just do whatever you want. Just redesign even. For example, redesign shoulder, how it will work, add some custom design idea for the twist bone, for example, for a shoulder, or some clavicle bone. Anyway, my approach is a rig conversion, a SDArLo rig converter, is professional and universal, and not without any limitation. So I'm gonna just briefly show you. This is a rig. Actually, it's downloaded. Well, initially it is downloaded. There is some cosmetic changes done by me, but it's practically unchanged kind of state. This and I'm gonna right now switch into, okay, I switch it into a new scene. Here is the same rig. This is the same rig, but the left side, it is converted into SDArLo rig, and the left side is actually changed. Node location is changed. Anything else is the same, it's untouched. So as you can see, I bring down clavicle bone base, alter it position for clavicle bone base, and alter it position for shoulder, elbow, and hand. And so I change it position for, this is custom build rig, so for custom build rig all this is done. I change it base for can say thigh, this is knee, position is changed, the ankle, toe tip. So all the positions are changed. As you can see, this should be mirrored to this one, but it's not mirrored because it changed. So their original location should be this one, but they are changed into this one. So, and now I'm gonna just reposition them, and probably there's something I'm just gonna pause. So here is kind of retarget commands for retargeting. Okay, so this is this side, left side is changed, altered one, while this sign is the right side is unchanged, original state. So as you can see, I'm doing the exactly same modifications. Actually, hand will follow. Just a second. Okay, hand is following. It's just it was set to follow FK system, Now it's IK system basic. So as you can see, the changed one is functionality is completely identical to the left one. Okay, and I'm gonna switch FK. Now I'm gonna set into FK system just a second. Okay. Move probably a little bit. And I'm gonna switch again IKs. Here's I'm switching to IK system again. As you can see, everything is working perfectly. Identical. The right side, altered side, is working identically as the left side, although the initial bone node locations was changed. The left side is altered, but it's working identically to the right side. FK, so I need to target FKs. Okay, so let's move this way. Now I'm gonna show you how legs are working. So here is my heel, toe here, okay, working the same way. With this manipulation, I'm trying to prove that the initially designed working functionality is not damaged by my alteration, SDArLo rigor alteration. So it's working production kind of trusted designed way, so it's trustable technology kind of. Anyway, here is the legs are working. The altered one is working 100% identical as the not altered one. So it is just a brief introduction no matter how complex is the rig, SDArLo rig converter can handle it. And that's all, I guess. This is just a small little, I just today converted, finished initial SDArLo rig converter kind of development, and kind of tested it finally in a final production resulted way, and as I achieved working state when all these alterations are 100% reliable, if it will be put, if this rig will be put into production, this, as I understand, as I see and feel that it will be reliable. The state which I achieved will be reliable, and its reliability is not based just on a result, current result, but also it's reliable in terms of alterations in possible alterations in future, and it's still, after these alterations, it's still this one, already altered one, still will be its result, all this change in future changes result will be reliable. After that, I just, as I see this working result, I decided just to make a recording and kind of briefly introduce SDArLo rig converter. Also, I should mention that it's currently experiment is done for 3ds Max, so software support 3ds Max currently is done. So this is 3ds Max. This experiment is done in 3ds Max. Demonstration is in 3ds Max. It will be available for Maya. Yes. Seriously, for Maya already there is done some sketches, kind of design sketches, and I'm pretty sure it will be available for Maya, 100% sure it will be available for Maya. But for any other software, I really don't have any kind of observing plans. I'm not sure, maybe Houdini or Blender 3D, but seriously, there's no visible observing plans for any other software. But 3ds Max is already done. Maya will be done. There is some sketches. I'm pretty sure it will be done for Maya as well. But that's it for Blender 3D, Houdini. So Houdini. Am I writing? Houdini. Houdini. Okay. Let it be Houdini. Okay. Possibly will be done for this month as well. Anyway, that's it. Cutting. And one more thing, why use SDArLo rig converter, why I kind of developed this technology, production technology. Why use SDArLo rig converter? Because you do not need to redo rig job for any character, design character for your production project. You can reuse. It's for reusability. Okay, if you and for reusability. Okay, reusability. Okay, for reusability, for not doing the same job you have done previously, and to not do all that work again. You can reuse your already done work for any other character you would like, and it's fast, really fast, reliable, and probably creative. Why creative? Well, for example, you have done some good, nice rig previously, for example 2 years ago, and suddenly find out that the job you've done previously you can now do better, kind of. You would like to make some changes in a scheme which you put previously in your previous rigs. You want to alter that scheme to make it more advanced, kind of puppet, and you can do that with SDArLo rig converter, because as I said, you can make some changes. You can make any kind of changes. The thing here is you're just taking whatever you've done previously and not redoing all the job, but for example putting the effort and energy, just kind of, you should put 100% energy into a planet design, a new design, according to the previous one, kind of making it change it advanced one, comparing to the previous one. You have to do that. If you are doing from ground up, you have to put 100% your energy and time. But with SDArLo rig converter, the 75% you're gonna inherit from previous one and add this 25% of your time and energy for making these modifications, this advancement to put into your previous development. So this is why you should use SDArLo rig converter. Why to use SDArLo rig converter? That's why. That's all. There's one more thing I would like to mention that explicitly kind of show, explicitly kind of bring up that information that someone will kind of not, it's not noticeable at the first glance, so it's, so I need to so I'm gonna take these controls and transform to their 0 positions. Transform to 0. Now, what I want to show that this, someone will kind of think that I just relocated these skeleton bone nodes, but the size of the bone is also changed. This is very important because this is IK system, FK system, and a blending between them. All these changes is all these systems are maintained with regard to their bone size change. So I'm gonna just say here's a base skeleton. It might seem that the size is the same, so I didn't that much kind of extended their locations to be obviously visible that their bone size is different, but I'm gonna just clone them. Okay. Copy and gonna reset X form probably. Will this help me to detach it? I'm gonna just unlink. Okay, now I can put them side by side. Okay, so there is still. Okay, just take this line to this. Probably. Okay. Can I have? Now I'm gonna rotate it. As you can see, this is the left side bone. This is the right side bone. Right side is unchanged, left side is changed. So you can see that size is changed. The same thing can do with this one. Clone, copy, let's say, reset them. Can we not reset them? Just unlink. Move it here. Wait a second. I cloned it, yes? Clone, no, I didn't think clone. Clone. Okay. Unlink. Move it here. Let's say, let's check. Is there any controllers? No, okay. This. Against it, and let's say angle snap. Okay, you can see that the changed side is also, this is forearm bone. It's longer, the same amount, practically the same amount as this shoulder bone is also different, have a different side. Well, the clavicle bone is obviously visible that you have different size. That's it. So the same is true for their kind of controlling systems, FK and IK systems. Their bone size is matching to the skin bone size. So if skin bone size is differing, left side changed size is different from the right side, it means that the same thing is true for its controlling systems, FK, IK systems. This what I wanted to show and prove is I did that bone size is also changing. It's not just relocation of kind of orientation basic change of initial bone system. It's fundamental editing of the node location. Fundamental editing. So this for legs, it's obvious that this is longer than this one. This is shorter than this one. This is longer than this one, longer than this one. This one is longer than this one. So this is proof that it's not just orientation basic changing of the node location. It's fundamental node editing system. SDArLo rig converter is allowing you to fundamentally edit rig node location, constructive shape. That's all.